quick start offensively and kind of set the pace. What was the key out there tonight?
Well, I thought defensive, the whole game we were great. Offensively, we were kind of up and down, but we got the job done and another win.
Is it nice when you have these kind of wire-to-wire wins? It's just when they made a run, you guys never really let them back in the game.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, right now at the end of the floor, best in the West, so to get this type of wins, it's great. You know, we're still going together, and then we only getting better.
Joel, Brett had been saying that he was going to use Thanksgiving as kind of the milestone for your fitness, and he thought things would pick up after Thanksgiving. He said that you've exceeded that to this point. Where do you think you're at in terms of your expectations with your fitness and conditioning right now?
He's not all the way there, but I think he's getting better. Still got to work on a lot of things. Still, you know, but he's getting there, and I can't wait to be 100%.
You said you were like at 69% now. Like, what percentage would you give yourself now?
81%.
Still 81?
Yeah, shout out Jalen Rose.
Joe, what does it have to?
This Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for this holiday?
I'm just thankful for, you know, my family. You know, I live by myself. They don't live here, but my mom is actually here. My sister, my dad is back home in Cameroon. So thankful for them, and I'm thankful for the city of Philadelphia. You know, this has become my home, and I hope to be here for the rest of my career. I'm just thankful for the fans and just everybody around me, people that have been supporting me, and I'm also thankful for social media and you guys and media, because you guys hype me up so much. So thank you.
What do you think about
in terms of the homestand thus far? It's been a pretty successful one so far. Just talk about trying to establish some dominance here on the home court.
You know, I think we've been doing a great job, especially since we got back. The Golden State game was the -1, but we're doing a better job. Should have won against Golden State, but you know, if you want to be in the playoffs, and if we got to be in the playoffs, you got to win games at home, and that's what we're learning.
Is there a standard you set for yourself defensively? How great do you want to be in this league defensively?
I mean, I think, not to be cocky, but I think I'm the best defensive player in the league right now. But you know, I just want to keep on going. Like, I'm still getting better. You know, my blocks are a little bit down, but I'm a better rebounder this year. But he doesn't just go for that. You know, I do a lot of things to help the team win, and the guys around me do a lot of things to help me too. So. You know, but I just want to keep on going defensively and be the best defensive player in the league. And hopefully this year I can win Defensive Player of the Year.
What do you remember about that block on Damian at the end of the third?
It was just a regular block.
We can see more of that, Sky?
Yeah, I mean, I've used that maybe twice or 3 times this year. Yeah, I mean, it's been working, so maybe. If I get a chance, if I'm in that situation, then I have a chance to use that, I'm going to do that.
So if that block was a regular block, what's a great block in your eyes?
I mean, I don't know. A great block is, I don't know, blocking the ball in the stands, I guess. Well, kind of, yeah.
Joel, going back to what you're thankful for, your long list, why are you thankful for social media this season?
You know, I just been having fun, and like I said, you guys have been hyping everything up, and I love it. So hopefully that keeps on going. But it's just a way for me to like express myself. You know, express myself on the court, on social media, off the court. I'm kind of under the radar. You won't see me anywhere, but you know, like I said, I'm just thankful. I mean, you guys allow me to express myself.
Joe, I saw you hanging on the crowd when they were chanting "We Want Okafor." How much did you want to see him be on the show?
First of all, he's one of my close friends. one of the guys I hang out with a lot. And then we always text each other, him, Justin, Markel. So to me, I just want the best for him. His rookie year average 18-7. That's pretty good for a rookie, and I think he's really good to us offensively. Defensively, I think he's gotten so much better, even in rebounding. So I think he deserves a chance, but it's hard, his business, and we've been playing so well, and I understand that the coaches and the front office don't want to keep the same lineup because we've been playing so well, but whatever happens, and I know he wants to play, and hope he gets a chance to do that.
Nice to see the crowd kind of cheer him on and know that they want to see him too.
Oh yeah, I mean, Philly fans, I love them, but sometimes they can be hard on you. They booed him a couple of times, and same thing with Carl last year. He was booed a lot, and then you make a shot. I love it, but that's the way it goes, and I feel like people are saying like what's going on, and I feel like he deserves a chance, and I support him. I'm playing for the Sixers, but at the same time, they want me to be the leader in the franchise player, and I feel like I gotta have my teammates back too, so I gotta support my teammates too.
You're already an elite player at your position. You haven't been out there and you've seen to get your average. Just showing them the course sometimes. What challenges you at such a young age to become a great player?
I went through a lot of adversity, missing 2 years. Didn't really get the chance to do anything basketball related, and then I lost my brother too. So to me, when I came back, it was more about my mindset was just about coming back, have fun, and be the best player in the league, not just on my position. And I think I've been getting better. I'm learning the game. This is only my 46th game, and then I don't know if I've played 100 games combined my whole life. So still learning. He's gonna go there. Gotta just become more consistent of being, helping my team win. And if I gotta average 20 and 10 and 25 and 10 every night, that's what I gotta do. But my mindset is just go out there and just have as much fun as I can and keep it precise.
What your team have to do to keep the momentum going?
Just got to keep playing together. We're moving the ball pretty well defensively. We've been great. So we just got to be ourselves, know that that's how we're playing, and we just got to keep it moving. Thank you.
Your coach said he would give you an A for defense and a C- for offense. As a team, do you agree with him?
Yeah, I say so. I think we just played as a team. Came down to being consistent. That was just the way the cookie crumbles.
How nice of it was able to just go wire to wire today and not have to worry about anybody making any pushes or anything. Just seemed to be in control as a team the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Joe played well, really well. He had a quiet 28. I think we were just very consistent defensively. That was just the way the cookie crumbled.
But offensively tonight, you guys just really kind of got the jump start tonight. And just how key was that in terms of getting everything going and kind of setting everything else up?
It's just the way the cookie crumbled.
Ben, how the heck do you guys hold C.J. McCollum to 5 points?
Yeah, 5.
Mm-hmm. 1 for 14.
Being consistent. He's obviously an all-star guard, so for us to do that is great for us. And then Dame, he did his thing out there. It was tough, but they're great players, and I think we just did well.
Ben, let's talk to your coach about how defenses are sagging on you. Saying how true up space to get to the ring. What's your impression about how you're going to attack the defense in that?
I mean, they sag so much, it's like walking in and just laying it up. I don't know. I don't know why they keep doing it.
Is there a perception that you can't make a jumper? What's the deal with that?
I mean, they go so far back. It's like might as well just. I'm 6'10". I have a 7-foot wingspan, so I don't know.
Ben, what have you learned about your team during this recent stretch? You guys won about 5 out of the
Yeah,
last 6
we're
games.
getting better with closing our games. In the second half, we're coming back stronger and being more committed to defense and staying focused.
And what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for my teammates, a great coach, a great fan base, and just everybody being great people around here.
Thanks, man.
2 years ago, you won 10 the entire season. You're 10-7 right now. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I think everybody, can share in this. We've all done the same thing together. This city has sort of lived, the same life that the coaching staff has for the period of time since I've been here. And, nobody's ahead of ourselves. We are happy where we're at. We're certainly not content where we're at. I think that really my judgment of the game is I would give us an A on defense and like a C- on offense. But the record at this stage, we're happy with it. We're happy with it, but we got a lot of work to do.
Brett, why the C- on offense?
Turnovers, at times ratty shots. I thought we could have put them down a little bit earlier. The mere fact that I'm greedy, and you want more. I thought that our defense, as I said, was excellent. But when you look at some of the turnovers and finding the balance of, Joe hasn't had a touch in about 6 trips. You feel that. There's no play call needed. Like if team feels that. Some quick early threes. Not all threes are good threes. Judgment on that. Sloppy portions of the game where we just didn't even get a shot. And, it's part of the evolution. And if you said you can have bad offense versus bad defense, I would take the bad offense and have good defense any day of the week.
You talking about the defense. I know you're probably glad that you could hold such a talented backcourt to 35 points. What's speak about that?
Well, if you look at CJ, CJ was 1 for 14. Damian got it going a little bit late. The game plan, the execution of the defensive game plan, I thought the guys did well. We guarded the other players effectively to help us produce some of these low percentage numbers that we're speaking of. I think that it was a team effort. I think that those guys saw a crowd. It wasn't just the people that were guarding them. It was a team effort. And, those 2 guys, I thought we did a pretty good job of restricting them from normal numbers.
Brett, was there any thought to take Joe out of the game when he picked up that 4th foul with about 2:26 left? Or is that a situation where you want to teach him, I need you to be able to play through foul trouble in tough spots like that?
It's a little bit of both of that. I felt the game still wasn't where we wanted it to be, and there's no right or wrong with that. It's a coach's gut feel. And it was as much as I felt like he was playing with a pace, and my gut feel like he was not going to foul. I felt comfortable that he was not going to foul. And I also felt comfortable that we needed him at that stage. And so the combination of the two, it allowed us, I think, to grab onto a little bit of a lead. The fact that he didn't foul, makes the decision maybe a little bit wiser, but it was done for those reasons.
Brett, you had been saying earlier that you were expecting to see an improvement in Embiid's fitness base after Thanksgiving. Now we're at Thanksgiving. So where is he at in comparison to where you thought he was going to be?
He has exceeded my expectations to date, kind of all over the place. As I've said to all of us, and I'll say again, before, because you're right, Thanksgiving was sort of the delineation that we were all speaking about. Let's get to Thanksgiving, then we're going to see something else. What did he play, 30-something minutes tonight? 30, yeah. And just he's missed, 2 games? And so you look at it, that volume of minutes and that volume of games played, if we all knew that at the start of the season, we'd all be quite happy. And I think he's been great. I think that he's done exceptional work to get his body right. The fact that he played the other night with a little bit of an injury shows what he wants to do. He doesn't want to disappoint his teammates or fans. He's prideful. If you went in and you looked at him take off his shirt, he's cut up. his body fat, his skin folds, his physical presence, his physique is good. He's good. He's probably under 280, and he looks it. And that's a lot of work when you don't have the opportunity to practice in between games. And so to date, he has exceeded expectations.
You mentioned rebounding as a priority. I think Portland had 11 offensive rebounds on like 59 missed shots. How do you think they held up?
I think we did okay. You know, it featured at halftime. A few times we went to close people out and we leaked out and, you know, long shot, long rebound type stuff. I think a few times our guards could have got in. We call them barriers. You got to take you and him out of the play and just bury him behind the backboard. We weren't physical in that regard. For the quantity of missed shots, because they only had, you know, 81 points and, as you said, 34%. There's a lot of missed shots and offensive rebounds to get. I thought we were pretty good. You know, that margin of 57 to 48, I thought we did a pretty good job on the defensive boards.
You mentioned a correlation between Joe's fitness and your defense. You held Utah to 35-3 and Portland to 33-7. Is there any correlation?
It is. The dots are completely connected. You know, when you look at our individual defensive players, you get the length of let's go with the starters. You get the length of Ben Simmons and Robert Covington and Dario Saric. And JJ is an underrated defensive player. You go to the metrics and you start studying the analytics on how he matches up with people. He always surprises me when we come into games. And then you got Joel behind it. You know, to a man, there's some toughness. I think that there is some length. I think that there is a unity in what they want to do and how they want to be perceived, what we're trying to build the program around, defense, and let's grow our offense as this thing shakes out. I think Joel connects all those dots.
The development of Ben Simmons, you know, when he's driving down the court, teams are sagging. What are you telling him? And also, since it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, what are you thankful for with this team?
Well, let's go to Ben. To swallow up space, just to chew up space. Every inch they give you, run it down their throat. Just keep taking it and swallowing it and just keep going as deep as you can. You can see, I think you can see the attention that we place on trying to develop his finishing. You know, I thought tonight he had a down game of finishing. A few times he got as close as you could ever imagine because they were going so far back. We saw last game him coming to jump stops and gathering himself and going like probably, you know, another foot to finish more easily over the front of the rim. But I think that that's the way the league has decided to play him lately. I think that he's figuring it out just fine. I think the tandem of Joel Embiid and Ben in early offense as the game's coming with Joe just almost like just runs in front of him and brush cuts, you know, Ben's man and gets him easy layups or dunks. They're figuring that little trick out. And I think his growth is coming and he's getting used to how the league is playing him. In relation to what personally I feel most thankful for is we have been given time to try to grow this thing. I love the players in that locker room. I've had a staff with me for 5 years. We've all gone through a lot. I feel like we're building something that we had envisaged for a while. And it's early days, but we see daylight and we see fruits of our labor with the people that have gone through a lot. I'm proud of my team.
Thanks, Brett.
Thank you.
Locker room's open, Brett.